Correct. Presidential debates can be soon.
I'm out.
You're out. So maybe not. I can Snapchat you my update stuff that I count.
Maybe a question for her. Yeah.
We can do that. We can try. We'll try Zoom, and if we do, we'll send out.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Forward. All right, so I'm going to show you right now the actual votes. Everybody voted correctly, 31 votes, as we counted. So the First Amendment, 7 voted for yes, 23 voted for no, so that amendment fails. So it will remain what y'all originally voted back on in January. The second one, 8 voted yes, 22 voted no, 1 abstained. Third one, 8 voted yes, 22 voted no, 1 abstained. $16 voted yes, 13 voted no, 2 abstained. However, it still fails because you did not get three-fourths of the Senate or the election vote. So all the amendments that were presented today failed. Any questions regarding these votes?
Is there a way that we can get, I guess, the official layout then for what the ballot look like, since we'll know now, right?
Absolutely. So I will.
That,
I'll do it right now, so I don't forget. I'm out tomorrow. And I can post that on Blackboard. Senator Foss.
So does this mean that the changes, does this mean that things that the Rules Committee added and that the Rules Committee scratched out are staying like that?
Basically, what this means is when we made this motion, it was that if these get amended, they will take the spot. Basically, the old amendments will stand now, the ones in the fall, because these did not get approved. So everything we added and or deleted will not take into effect.
So that means it won't go on a ballot then?
No, there is, okay, on Blackboard, this is going to get a little confusing, but on Blackboard, there's this folder for Constitution amendments, one for fall, one for spring. Now, the only one that's going to go on the ballot is the fall one. The spring one will not be on the ballot. That will simplify the answer.
We just looked at the spring one.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
For point of information, we affirmed the fall's amendments this semester, this spring, so, okay.
Is there any other old business? Is there any new business? Parliamentarian DeBar?
I would like to motion to discuss appointing an officer to my parliamentary duties.
All in favor of discussing appointing an officer or to take over her parliamentary duties, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Go ahead.
So basically, since I'm also running for office again next year, there are certain parliamentary duties I can't / it wouldn't really be ethical for me to do. So that includes stuff like counting the polls. So I'd like to make a motion to allow Treasurer Mark Hurt to take over, because an officer has to do this. So I'd like to make a motion and allow Treasurer Mark Hurt to take my position in any jobs that I can't partake in because I'm running for office.
Second.
All in favor of substituting Treasurer Mark Hurt for the parliamentary duties of elections, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Is there any other new business? What'd you say? Senator Staley.
I would like to motion that we open up seats, senator seats for CAP students in the next semester.
That wasn't a motion.
Motion to discuss that we open up seats for CAP students next semester.
Second.
All in favor of having a discussion?
Information. Aren't there CAP students
run for senators?
Yes, but there are no senators that represent CAP students.
Oh, okay, so you want like
Representative.
okay, I understand.
All in favor of having a discussion on allowing CAP senators for the next year, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions?
Aye.
Let's, yeah. Come on. Please raise your hand. First. All opposed? Any abstentions? Motion's passed. Go ahead.
Okay, I would just like the idea to be talked about of opening a few seats for senators to represent CAP students. We are a member of the student body, and although we have issues that we are represented by the freshman student body, we have no representatives for the CAP students individually. And I would like for seats to be open for them, for CAP students and their issues to be represented.
Parliamentarian DeBoer.
So this isn't really something we can motion on. It has to be amended in the Constitution.
It's wherever
So-
it delegates, wherever the.
Yeah, because it has, in the Constitution, it has like 3 seats for business and technology, 5 seats for freshman senators. So it's not something that we can just add. So it'd have to be it's too late to kind of do that now, but if it's something that the future or the next year's SGA would have to do. I don't think there's anything we could do in it at this moment.
Okay.
Senator DeBoer, yes.
I'd like to motion to close discussion. Second.
All in favor of closing discussion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you. Is there any other new business?
Mr. President, I had something to bring up.
All right, motion please.
I'd like to motion to discuss, just talking about this vending machine in the business building.
Okay, motion to discuss the vending machine in the business building, please say aye.
Second. Yeah, it's seconded.
Sorry. All in favor of motioning to discuss the vending machine in the business building, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Any abstentions? Motion's passed.
Okay, so I've been talking to the bookstore manager and I've been hassling her about this and she doesn't really like it. And I try to be nice and very friendly about it, you know, and I don't try to be rude or disrespectful towards her about the whole idea. But I had to bug her like 2 months, and y'all know that I've tried to bug her about this. And anyways, she said the only way that this will work is not for a vending machine at all. That costs like $15,000. I was like, oh my gosh, man, there's like no way UT would want to go out of the way to pay for that. And she said the bookstore's not going to do it either because it's not in the budget. I was like, all right, so what's another option? And she said, well, we are willing to service students because that's what we're here for. And she said that the best way to do it is for the students to be proactive, go online, do it a day ahead of time, order your Scantrons online, and then they'll have their stuff by 3 o'clock ready to be sent to the Liberty Station at the business building. And then in your convenience, you'll go over there. That way you don't have to go all the way across campus to pick up your testing materials or whatever. So she said it's up to the student's responsibility to make that initiative to be proactive and, you know, order ahead of time online, at least give them till 3 o'clock on that day or whatever. And then that'll give them enough time to have someone walk the material to the Liberty Station or to the dean's office of the building of business or arts and sciences. And she said that's the only way that will work. And so I'll just give you an update on that. And I read this article, of course, and she said this is an article from like Southern California where they got a vending machine and one student tried doing the same thing that I've been trying to do. And she gave me an article to read, and I figured I would probably read it to y'all. Don't go telling your students or constituents what I'm reading to y'all. I just want y'all to have that kind of initiative, you know, because we're representative of the student body to the administration. So we're kind of like messengers, if you know what I'm saying. And so when students ask you that question, why don't we have these vending machines? Well, you got to tell them the truth. And the administration is telling me some hardcore truth, and I don't like hearing it, but, you know, there's no way around it. And so it's just called college is a time to mature, a chance to take in additional responsibilities, the opportunity to become independent. And it says, don't worry if this doesn't sound appealing to you. And it's the truth. We are young adults, so that means we should mature. And college, skipping over that, ASUCD Senator Chris Dietrich and the UC Davis bookstore are here to hold your hand and look both ways for you before you cross the street. With Dietrich leading the way, the UC Davis bookstore installed a $5,000 vending machine on the basement of Olson Hall that sells blue books and Scantron, saying that spending $5,000 on a paper dispenser wasn't a wise decision would be an understatement. Students who attend a university such as UC Davis are to be held to a certain standard in order to be in position to purchase a blue book or Scantron for examination purposes. An individual should visit any of the university's other testing material distribution outlets prior to examination. Additionally, students should have read their syllabi well in advance of the day of the test. $5,000 is a high price to pay for a slight convenience. Prior to the installation of the machine, the university already had 3 accessible locations in which a student could purchase testing materials: the bookstore, the corral, and the silo bookstore. Some of these locations are open for times that exceed normal business hours. Students who fail to obtain proper testing materials at one of these locations within this generous frame time with previous knowledge of their examination dates haven't taken the most basic step to prepare for an exam. If a student goes to class on an examination day in need of a Scantron or blue book, he or she can look to a classmate for assistance. Many students even bring in extra testing materials to help forgetful classmates. Still, if the bookstore was looking for another way to help students buy testing materials, it could have started selling them at the bakery in the ASUCD coffee house instead. The bakery is open for significantly longer than any other location in which testing materials could be purchased and wouldn't have required spending thousands on a machine to handle transactions. Bookstore administrators, however, expect the machine sales to offset these initial costs. Still, there must be a wiser way to invest $5,000. So whenever she gave me that and I read it, I was kind of, I was pissed off as a student, no doubt. But there's a truth that says, we're young adults, so we should take responsibility and take the initiative to plan ahead. And so don't go telling your constituents that kind of information if you want to get reelected, because I'm not telling my constituents that, But I'm going to tell them what the administration tells me, because I'm their messenger and I'm their representative, so I'm going to do my best to represent them wholeheartedly. And that's just the update on that. I try my best, and that's, kind of falls. If y'all have any questions on that, feel free to ask now while it's still up.
Senator DeMartin.
I'm just a little confused. What don't you want us to tell your constituents?
Don't tell your constituents that, well, here's the truth. You should be responsible enough to, go all the way to the bookstore on the other side of campus and be prepared a day or two in advance. That doesn't sound right, You can't say that to your constituents. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like, okay, parking issue, all right? Park on the other side of campus, no matter if you can't find a closer parking spot to the school that you're going to for whatever college. That's pretty harsh, because students don't want to hear that, because we are representative of the student body, so you got to keep that in mind.
Senator Toole.
I've been working with Dr. Patterson on this, as the Student Affairs Committee has also been working on this for a while. And while the machines can cost up to $15,000, not all of them do. We've also started to ask about the option of renting or leasing the machine to see if it will be successful. We're also reaching out to TJC West Campus to see how they funded theirs and the cost that they have for theirs, and if it's become a profitable, beneficial item. And then the other option we have is to reach out to our snack vendor to see if he has a vending machine that we could use and just add that to our snack. So those are other options that we're working on currently.
Senator Miller.
Just want to ask, so like the renting or leasing of the vending machines, is there any way to work out like a consignment deal with whatever company deals for the vending machines? Because I know that's a really a common way to handle vending machines, to just give them the money. They cut back a little bit of proceeds on the rent space, but most of the profits go to them on consignment.
We're working on looking at what all the options are. The problem with consignment would be that technically with the way our contracts work, Barnes & Noble has to be the one providing the blue books, so they would also need profit. And so just with the way it works, the filling of the machine almost exclusively has to come through Barnes & Noble. We are exploring our options.
Senator Marion.
I just want to say something really great point. Like, you on the side, I didn't know that, so thank you. And you did a really good job of getting that information. But I do agree, like, students should go and get getting a scan code really not that big a deal. Unless it's closed, then it would be a big deal. But you just have to explain it. So I just want to motion that in discussion.
Second.
All in favor of ending discussion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Is there any other new business? Senator Tillman?
Sean and I are on the agenda for new business tonight. We were going to present something that we've been working on. However, we were not going to show the actual document because we were hoping to make alterations. And since we want to make alterations, we would like to table it for next week.
Second. All in favor of tabling Senator Templeton and Senator?
Is it necessary to table?
It is, since it's on the agenda.
It's on the agenda. So, tabling Senator Templeman's and Senator Rogers' discussion until next week. Please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Is there any other new business?
I'd like to make a motion to open up discussion on the bylaws.
All in favor of opening up discussion on the bylaws, please?
Second. It was second.
I thought. All in favor of opening up discussion on the bylaws, please say aye.
Division.
What was the division?
Not by hand.
Well, there's two types of division.
Not by hand.
All in favor of opening up a discussion on the bylaws, please raise your hand. All opposed? Any abstentions? Motion's failed. Is there any other new business? Supervisor News?
Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I am going to touch on the bylaws if I can. If y'all are interested in the bylaws, you please refer to the Constitution. You got to go through the process again. You need to submit it, and then you would have to bring it up for discussion or present it like you did, and then wait a week and then make the changes again, or vote on the changes again. So I want to keep that in the loop. I do still think y'all should revisit the topic. I was a little shocked with the results. So, Rules Committee, I always encourage y'all to keep up the good work. I think I'm doing a good job on that. So, keep that up. It's been brought to my attention that there has been some candidates potentially violating campaigning issues as far as they have not completed the candidacy meeting. And so I took it upon myself to ask the district board because I know it's going to get brought up potentially next week. And so I want everybody to be on the same page so that way we know the candidate who is campaigning, who hasn't done a candidacy, we can relay the message. So that way they're not shocked next week when the district board makes a decision on the issue. They have interpreted the issues that have been brought to my attention and the Constitution that if you have not completed a candidacy meeting and there's campaigning going on your behalf, even if you have created the flyer or not, and someone has informed you to have it removed or address the situation, and they give them ample opportunity to do that, the judicial board will then review the whole case, and then more than likely they will, if elected, not acknowledge that election because they violated the campaign rules. Any questions on that? Okay. The voting process. So next week is elections. It's a big week. I will be using Qualtrics. It worked smoothly tonight. So I'm super excited about that. I just about finished the ballot. The reason why I'm handling the ballot is because the way we are going to be doing the voting is students have to input their student ID. A couple senators brought it to my attention that originally we were going to do it by email, but some senators brought up some good points that you may know another student's email. And then in theory, you can plug it in and then vote for them. And so to eliminate that, we're going to do student ID. If the student does not know their student ID, then go to the registrar office, log into My UT Tyler, or come up and visit me, and I'll be happy to give them their student ID. Any questions? Okay.
Yes. So how does that work then with the email? Is it not being sent to everyone?
Yes. So I am going to send it out. I'm going to schedule it, have it sent out Tuesday at midnight. It will be open for a full 2 days.
Do you mean
Monday,
Monday?
Monday.
Monday going into Tuesday.
Yeah. Right.
So elections is on 12th and 13th. So Tuesday and Wednesday, all day long, the ballot will be open. And then we'll have it scheduled to automatically close 11:59 p.m. going into Thursday.
So they're supposed to close at 5 on the last day of elections.
5 on the last day. Thank you. And so the ballot will have the officers, the fees, the polling question about the green fee, and the constitutional amendments that were voted on earlier in the spring. All of that will be on one ballot.
Is there a sample ballot? Yeah. With all that?
Absolutely. Be happy. I only have, I take that back. I haven't plugged the candidates in yet, but it's been created. Today I played around with the restrictions. That's been my biggest concern. I want to make sure that students can only vote once and that we can verify the vote and an actual eligible student. And so the restrictions are good to go. I tested them out. The data was provided based on the census data. So if a student has problems with their IDs not working, they need to come see me, and then I have to contact the registrar office, and then I'll figure a way to get them to vote.
Anything else?
Any questions regarding the elections ballot? Okay. I want to make a comment on Senator Miller's on the town hall. I think that was a fantastic idea. I think I heard it sounded like it wasn't a lot well attended, but it's the effort. You got to try to go out of your way to reach your constituents. And I think that was a good way, and I think it was a great way to plug in the faculty and some of the admins. So I want to commend the business and technology group for doing that. If you do get comments, I'm all for student orders. So if we want to start, if they want to start another student order, send them my way. I want them. There's that. Anytime you're going to present a document up there, I want to encourage you to try to send it to me in advance, so that way we can actually put it up there, so that way it will be on the recording. And anytime we use the overhead, it's not on the recording. So I just want to encourage people, if you know in advance you're going to potentially present, send it to one of us and we'll have it up there. Yes, sir.
I like Josh's idea. I'm sorry, not Josh's idea, Jared's idea. But my question for you, Josh, is for me, I can give a report next Thursday for engineering and for my College of Engineering. Is it too late for me now to go through the process Jared went through to set up a town hall meeting?
Absolutely not. You kind of touched a little bit on some of the issues that we ran into. To make sure that I'm being fair and consistent with the reservation process, in order to get it in a short time period, I had to do it through a department request. So the department sponsored this event. And so they used their reservation privileges to reserve it in a short time frame. So that if you're going to try to do it between now and next week, you're going to have to go through a similar process. If you plan this out more than 14 days in advance, then the reservation can be plugged in under the student government.
Okay, thank you.
And then last but not least, I just want to make a comment on when you are researching potential topics or issues, for example, the vending machines, try to partner up. Don't attack administration or different vendors separately, because I don't want that to tarnish the relationship that student government has with them. Because if 5 senators are at different days going and asking the same question, they may be tired. So if you know it's an issue, partner together, work together, and try to tackle the issues on the same team. And other than that, that's all I have.
Any announcements? Senator Rogers?
Sorry to be greedy, but the conference could use some help. So if you're in need of community service hours and you want to help, come see me afterwards, and I'll give you that information.
I know you guys want to go home, but so elections are next week, but we need people to sign up and work the tables. And yeah, so if you're not running for a position, please come sign up. That's all I have to say.
Also, just a little snippet. I get speeding tickets all the time, and the judges let me do community service to like reduce that speeding cost. So if you guys like need community service hours, that's like an awesome opportunity. So.
Just a reminder again that midnight breakfast next week, and so is Center Tools ARS table, and the Glow Ridge party.
I just have a question. Do you know ownership of the university?
Yes, yes, please. Yes.
So the antivirus table will be on the 12th and 13th, which is the same time as voting. So sorry about that. But if you're interested in participating in it, I encourage you to come. You can come and go. I'm not making you sign up for it. We have 300 bags that we're going to put together tomorrow, and hopefully we can give all of them out. The people that are running it are Samantha Dwight, who's the health education specialist, Elizabeth McMinn, the Title IX investigator, Jeannie Gallaghy, who works at ET Health Science Center, and we have people from ETNC coming out as well. We are promoting a positive, non-shaming, non-religious, non-anything else, sexual and reproductive health message. And if people feel the need to come and try and counter that, they will be asked to leave. So just so you know, heads up. But if you are interested in participating in this and promoting it, I encourage you to do so. Pharmacy has also said that they're going to recruit their students to help, because pharmacy has to talk about these things as well. If you want more information on it, let me know. But it will be in the UC from 11 to 1 on April 12th and 13th.
Any other announcements?
Yeah, I'd just like to say that I really hope to see everyone at the debates tomorrow. I feel like wherever you stand, it doesn't matter. This is a really important event for the student government. This is a really, really solid chance for us to grow. So, and bring everybody you can there, and let's pack the house. I know it can fit 100 to 200 people. So show up and enjoy the debate.
Any other announcements?
Motion to
All in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Secretary, please dispense second roll call.
President Free,
Here.
Vice President Manderson, Treasurer Marker, Parliamentary Navarre, Senator Bai, Senator Adams, Senator Baber,
Present.
Senator Bannon,
Here.
Senator Barrios,
Here.
Senator Billings, Senator Byram, Senator Davis,
Here.
Senator Foss,
Present.
Senator Freshour, Senator Anita Gamarian, Senator Amina Gamarian, Senator Guy, Senator Hart, Senator Hernandez,
Here.
Senator Jamal,
Here.
Senator Jawad,
Here.
Senator Johnson,
Here.
Senator Luna, Senator Martin, Senator Martinez,
Here.
Senator Medina,
Here.
Senator Miller,
Present.
Senator Moosney, Senator Rogers,
Present.
Senator Seeley, Senator Shelton, Senator Shipley, Senator Staley, Senator Said, Senator Tam, Senator Templeman,
Here.
Senator Chul,
Here.
Senator Yen, Senator Zerlin.
Here.
Meeting adjourned.